What is up guys, Simba here, and welcome to another league racing video on the channel. And you've probably read the title, because this race is probably my greatest performance in league racing so far. So check out the last video if you haven't seen it. And today, this is our McKeown Division debut. As you can see, the championship standings here. B Midzi has been absolutely dominant this season, and you can see it's a very competitive field filled with drivers that we've raced across different leagues as well. And yeah, if you go on to enjoy this video, hit the subscribe button. We're so close to 100 subscribers, and F122 is coming out very, very soon. So hopefully you can hit the subscribe button, and there'll be more F1 league racing content to come in F122 along with other things. So today is our McKeown Division debut. We've been given the call up, and this is our first of 2 Abu Dhabi league races, and we're looking to put in a good performance here as we cross the line. We go P5. And yeah, there you go. That was the one run. We did a run on intermediates earlier, but there you go. Q1, absolute light work. I'm very impressed with the pace we were showing. We practiced with some other McKeown drivers such as Ogween and Midzi himself. I think with Roller as well. So we seem to have decent pace, but as you can see on our first run in Q2 on the old set of soft tyres, unfortunately, we've invalidated, but we're going to carry on and see what the lap could have been just to give ourselves a delta at the end of the session. As we cross the line now, we slow down and it's a 35.4. And that was quite a decent lap considering that was on old soft tyres. So here we are with 2 minutes to go at the end of the session. We're currently P14, but we're going quite a way quicker than the delta here as we're down to P15. But as we go through the last corner, nice and easy, across the line, we don't invalidate, and that is P2. And that is us into Q3. P2. And as you can hear me crack out the old Sue as we are in Q3 in our first McKeown race. And I was just hoping to get out of Q1. So as you can see, the pace over one lap was pretty good. And even Midzi himself, when I was practicing with him earlier, he acknowledged our qualifying pace was actually quite good, and that meant quite a lot. So we're actually quite confident in qualifying, and we're looking to carry that over into Q3, and this is our first run here. And then what is this going to be? Across the line we go, and it's a 34.8 again, just 2 tenths off the reigning champion. But Ogween has gone a lot quicker at the end of the session. He's done a 34.2, and apparently we've gone purple in both sectors. In sectors 1 and 2, we are purple as Ogween retires. He's currently on pole position. We're down in P4, but we could get our way back into the top 3 in our first ever McKeown race, which is beyond my wildest expectations. I was just hoping to get out Q1. I thought the pace was going to be absolutely dreadful, but we seem to be holding our own as we go through this right-hander. Very easy to invalidate and get on the curb on the right-hand side. And round the final corner, what is this going to be as we cross the line? It's P2! Oh my god. And my reaction speaks for itself. We are on the front row in our first McKeown race. It was an all-time personal best with a 34.3. Just a tenth and a half off pole position with SLR Ogween on pole position. But what a qualifying session that was. Absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, we're on the soft tyre, and that's going to play quite a role later. So we're going to try a one-stop race. The two-stop is way too slow, and I've seen races in McKeown before. If you do a two-stop, you're basically screwed. That's it. You know, you're in the middle of nowhere. So we're going to try and have to make this one-stop work. But we are on the front row in our first race in McKeown. What can we do from here as the 5 lights go on? And they are out, and we are underway, making our McKeown Division debut. And the second phase for us was actually quite good. And we're going to try and go inside in a turn 1, but Ogween hangs it round the outside. And we just stick in P2. But thankfully, we haven't lost any places. Our teammate, $10 whole, with an incredible name, it has to be said. He's on mediums, so he's also going to be on the alternate strategy. So we're going to try and be as aggressive as we can and keep up with Ogween and try and have a crack at him later. But so far, so good.
Okay guys, we've managed to get the start right, but the key is ERS. People don't use ERS too much on the first lap, so we're just going to try and sit behind him for now.
And there's the plan. We're going to try and use as least DRS as possible and just keep up with Ogween until DRS gets enabled and we can have a crack at him. As we go into lap 2, the gap was 4/10, and now it's basically doubled, and we might be facing a problem early on in this race.
I feel like he's draining down the straight.
So as you can hear me say, I feel like he's using up the battery down the straight, but that actually isn't the case. I can tell you now. The problem is, we don't seem to have the pace on the soft tyres. We're just not making them work right now because the tyre temps are crucial. As you can see there, we go basically half a second down, and as you can hear me say in the background, keeping within 1 second is immediately going to be a problem, as we're falling out of DRS, and DRS is so crucial around this track because it's very hard to overtake around Abu Dhabi, and thank God this track is getting the change next year in the next game coming out very shortly. As we go through the hairpin, we kind of just accepted the fact that we just do not have the pace early on in this race.
It's got to be some sort of something to do with downforce because I'm not having the straight line speed. We're going to let our teammate go as well.
So you heard me say there, I think we're just lacking straight line speed as we let our teammate through $10 whole. He was looking pretty much quicker than me at this point. So we're going to try and just stick with him. Hopefully he can catch up to Ogween. And we've got the new Mikeon champion right behind us. So first race, we're straight into the deep end.
I feel like I'm having to use a lot of ERS to compensate. It's not good.
And as you can hear, I'm getting quite frustrated at the fact I'm having to use a lot of ERS to compensate for the fact that we just don't seem quick in a straight line, as Midzi is literally about to mug us round the outside through that chicane, and we're going to try and fight back. You know, we might be a reserve driver, but we're going to be trying and pulling above our weight here as we're side by side with the champion going through the chicane. We've done this in practice before, so I'm looking to prevail this time around. He keeps it in there. We have to cut the corner in order to give him the space we need, and we're going to try and squeeze him out through this corner, but we're still side by side, and Snipes in the AlphaTauri trying to get involved, and we're really banging wheels here. We have to go wide, and we somehow don't get a penalty for going off the track, and Snipes is hopping in as well, and we might have lost 2 places, and yes, we have lost 2 places.
Yeah, that's pretty much inevitable. The softs aren't good.
So as you can hear, I'm not too bothered at the fact that, you know, I think that was just aggressive racing, to be honest with you. Even in hindsight, we look back on it now. Yeah, it was, you know, it was pretty over-aggressive, but, you know, that's racing at the end of the day. You know, you gotta have to find a way to fight with the big guys. So, yeah, we're barely staying in DRS as well, as Race Roller is right behind us. His Midzi's teammate, who's actually second in the championship. We're just trying to stay in DRS of the AlphaTauri as we go through the chicane. We're just trying to stay in. The softs, we just don't have any pace right now, and it's quite frustrating. Our pace has kind of dropped off compared to our qualifying pace as we go through lap 6 now. We're still trying, like, barely staying within a second of the car in front, but as we go through the last corner,
Okay.
and that is quite a big moment in this race. The new champion, B Midzi, has spun out of the last corner, and that means he's completely out of contention. We don't have to worry about him anymore. And you heard me saying in the background earlier, Jitto also dropped back, and he started on softs as well. So I'm coming to the conclusion that the soft tyre is just a terrible race tyre. As you can see here, I think we might have just missed out on DRS, and the answer to that is yes.
We're in trouble. We got a bit of karma with Midzi spinning, but yeah, his teammate's going to come at me now. It's just we don't have the pace at the minute. The tyres are going off quite a bit. It's on edge with the temp as well.
So lap 7, and you can hear me there admitting that the soft tyres, they're just not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. It really isn't looking good, as now we are in danger of getting overtaken again by Paraquicks in the Haas. He's also on mediums as we go side by side through the chicane. We're going to try and be aggressive, but as we go through, we have a disconnection.
Oh, come on.
And yeah, it was already looking a bit ropey during the race, but now we've disconnected, and you know, we've lost quite a lot of time, but we managed to get back in quite quickly. As I realise I'm still P5 in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But I also end up coming to a horrible realization that we've lost quite a lot of time.
Jesus, we've lost a lot.
So there you go, you heard me say, we lost a lot. As Jeff is telling me the tyre condition is looking good. Jeff, it's not looking good. I have no pace. This is why we need a new engineer for the new game. You're useless. As the Red Bull of W. Turner has overtaken us, and we're down to P6 once again. And our miseries are getting quite compounded here, as we started another 2 laps on these tyres. And now our former teammate from another league, ARL, Zydrad, breezes through as well.
There's nothing we can do. The mediums are just a superior tyre. I'm just hoping we have some solid pace on those tyres to come back in the race. Claw some places back. We're on 2 warnings as well, because of the fighting with Midzi, and then the don't want on lap 2. So we're going to have to keep it clean if we want to get a solid result here.
So yeah, that's the situation. The mediums are clearly the better race tyre, as my teammate is retired on the next lap. I have no idea what happened, but he was pretty unlucky. He had really good pace, and he could have got a podium, so that's really unfortunate. And you heard me say that. We got 2 warnings. I forgot to show one on lap 2, and we got another one fighting Midzi as well. And the pace just isn't really there. But on lap 10, as you can see, there's a Haas in the wall at turn 3, and now we've been given a safety car.
Yes. Yeah, we needed that. Jesus. Right, we're back in the race now.
So you heard my relief as the safety cars come out, and this is our get out of jail card, just like Brazil, where we're going to have to make the mediums work to the end of the race. We could have overtaken Zydrad because he was double stacking with his teammate in front of him, and we're going to go on to medium tyres, and we're going to go to the end of the race. But crucially here, we've got a few cars around us on softs as we go with Zydrad. We've got Zydrad on softs, and so is Bennett, and Turner is as well. So these guys are going to have to stop again in this race. So it's all opening up now on lap 13 at the end of the safety car period, as here we go. We've got 15 laps to go. We're on 2 warnings. We just need to keep it clean, and we could be in for a very, very unexpected result.
Let's go.
And you can hear me say, let's go, because we are racing again in Abu Dhabi. And the goal here is to make sure that we can keep up with these guys, because we don't want to drop a pit stop to them in between now and when they eventually pit. But, you know, we're on the way again, and we're currently P5 in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I can tell you now, everyone in front of me right now is on soft tyres. So they're definitely going to have to stop again in this race. So sooner or later, we're going to take the lead of this race. As you can see, I'm weaving. We're going to make sure that the tyres are in decent temperature, and as you can see, they are in decent temperature. But the soft runners are already pulling away out of DRS. So the more things change, the more things stay the same in this case, as we are still struggling to keep up with DRS. But Zydrad spins out.
That's broken the train already. Oh my god! Got another car off. What the hell? We won't have a safety car because the safety car just came in. We're P3.
So a lot happened on that lap, and nothing much happens for the next few laps. So Zydrad spins out, and W. Turner crashed out at the same time, and we are running P3 in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But nothing much is happening, so we're just building a gap to Bennett behind us, who I think is going to the end of the race. I think he did go to the end of the race, but as we cut to lap 19 now, we've got a virtual safety car out, I think, for SLR Ham, who retired from the race, and he's a Div 1 driver as well, so he was pretty unlucky. As the virtual safety car ends, though, we've got a massive moment in this race. As you can see, SLR Ogween has been given a drive-through penalty for failing to follow the Delta, so we're going to be P2, and the gap in front of us is 2.7, so we've actually gained quite a bit in this virtual safety car.
Ogween had a drive-through. My god. The P2. And we're 2.6 behind, so we know that's perfection. Oh my god.
So you can hear me say, well, my genuine reaction to it, We timed that to perfection as Jitter retires. Zydrad flies off the track there. As we cut to the end of lap 21, we are now catching up to Race Roller. The gap now is 1.8 seconds. And he's gonna pit. And we take the lead of the race.
He's in. Alright. Big push now. We're gonna have to push on this lap.
So, that is a big moment. Race Roller is in the pits. And we take the lead in our first ever Mickey Division race with 7 laps to go. But we have to keep pushing because he's going to be really quick towards the end of the race with fresh soft tires. As we go through the hotel section, my controller died. It just seems a lot is happening right now in this race. We had a disconnect earlier and our controller died. We get a fresh pair of batteries from the rechargeable battery chargers that I have, luckily. And we plug it in and we get going again. And the gap is still 5 seconds to SLR Bennett. As Race Roller's probably around 15-18 seconds off the lead. But another crucial moment in this race is Snipes has overtaken Bennett and he's up in a P2. So the gap now is 4.3 seconds as we sit at 39.5. But, you know, we might have a few issues towards the end of this race. As you can see, the gap is now 3.6. But Race Roller's less than 10 seconds behind us. And this is going to be close.
It's just crackling in my ear.
And as you can even see there, there's just crackling in my ear. Since we reconnected our controller, there's just crackling in my ear. And that was not a good lap either. And it's really putting me off. I'm really, really nervous right now. As Race Roller is only 6 seconds off the lead. He pitted 5 laps ago. And he's gained about 10 seconds. So this is really, really tense. As we've got 2 laps to go. I'm trying to calm myself down here. As my heartbeat is going through the roof. And I'm starting to lose feeling in my hands, honestly. When I was doing this, I was starting to lose feeling in my thumbs as I'm trying to turn the left analog stick through this Abu Dhabi track. As the gap now is 1.9 seconds with 2 laps to go. The crucial thing is, Snipes has a penalty, but Race Roller is on the warpath here. He wants to win this race.
He's really reeling us in. I need to breathe a bit. He's got a penalty. That's the only thing that's reinforcing here.
So there you go, that's confirmation. We're really struggling to stay calm and keep this thing on the road, but Snipes has made a mistake early in the lap. And here we go. This is the last lap.
Last lap, guys. This is it. Come on.
So, here we are. A Division 1 driver has been given the call up to race in the Mickey Division, and we are currently leading the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The gap is 4 seconds and we are 3.2 miles away from scoring an unbelievable victory here in Abu Dhabi in our first ever Mickey Division race in top split in Summit League Racing, as Race Roller moves up into 2nd place in this race, and he is definitely going to be catching us at the end. We're just making sure we don't get a penalty. We're just draining the battery down this straight, as we're going to stay on board for the rest of this lap, because this doesn't happen a lot in league racing at all. As you guys know, we've been very unlucky in Division 1 this season. We've come close to victory quite a few times. I was wondering, when are we going to get our first win? But right now, we are 1 sector away as we go through the chicane. Very easy to invalidate, and at this point, we're just trying to make sure we just nail the apexes, as we're pretty nervous. Again, we drain the battery down the straight as we look to bring it home here. Through the hotel section we go. And it wasn't too long ago that we lost the win in Monza with 2 corners to go in Division 1. But here in the Mickey Division, we've been given the call up and we have shocked the division here. As we come through the last corner, we are a race winner in the Mickey Division.
Let's go! Come on! Yes! Yes! Come on! Yes! Yes! We did it, guys! We did it! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! We did it!
The reaction says everything you need to know about this moment. a shocking moment. I couldn't believe it. I'm pretty sure you guys can't believe it. Your eyes are not deceiving you. My eyes aren't deceiving me either. In our first McKeown Division race, we finish P1 in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And you can see us celebrating on the top step of the podium for the first time on this channel. And this was a very emotional moment, as you heard my reaction. We've come so close to race wins and podiums in previous races in Division 1, and we've won races before in league racing, but this is a very special race. We finished 2 seconds ahead, and this is unbelievable. The response in the Discord server itself was simply unbelievable. My finest moment in league racing, for sure, right at the end of the F1 2021 game. It's just unbelievable. I just can't believe it, and with time, I definitely will appreciate it more. And I hope I get the opportunity to race in the McKeown Division again next season on F1 22. So guys, go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for this video, and I'll see you guys again in Abu Dhabi. I'll see you in the next one.